What is up, guys? I'm Ronnie and I does makeup, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a first impression using the Adept Cosmetics House of L palette and talking way too much. So if that is something that you're interested in, keep on watching. So I've pivoted over here and I kind of realize, like, with this angle I'm looking a little higher up than I'm used to, and I didn't realize while filming, I guess, how up I'm looking, so hopefully that isn't too bad. But I'm gonna say this before I get into swatching these, but a lot of the shimmer formulas, all the shimmer formulas, I'm gonna say, at least for me, for my palette, feel very malleable. They feel very putty-ish, like you're able to really like press your brush into them and a lot picks up. You're able to like kind of move them around in the pan, so everything kind of feels like chunky and putty-y. So if you don't mind that kind of formula, I don't mind that kind of formula. That's all that this palette is, shimmer wise, at least for me. So let's start off with these swatches. So first up we have Zorel. It's kind of like an icy bluish green shimmer formula with a chunky formula. Next up we have Lara Von L, which is kind of like an icy green shimmer with a chunky formula. Next up we have KYLIE, which is Superman himself. Now this is kind of like a hot pink to orange duochrome with a lot of sparkly reflex in it. Next up we have Zorel. Now this one I love. This I have all over my eyelid. Now if you can see, it kind of has like a purpley green orange duochrome. It is very, very chunky, but then it also has a lot of like micro glitters in it. It is just stunning. It is a lot. It is a multi-chrome. It is delicious. But like I said, it pulls more purple, orange, green duochrome, very chunky, very micro glittery. You only need a little bit of it to take you a very long way. Love this formula, love this shade. Next up we have Cara Zorel, which is an orange to pink duochrome. Now you might be wondering what's the difference between Cara Zorel and KYLIE, and like there isn't much, because KYLIE is pink to orange, Cara Zorel is orange to pink, but Cara Zorel does have a little bit of like gold reflex in it, and it's in my inner corner. I like it. I like it. There we go. Next up we have Cara Zorel, which I believe is Superman's cousin, and it is a pink to gold duochrome with a very, very sparkly finish. I actually have that in my brow bone and in my inner corner. I love this shade. It's stunning, very, very sparkly. I love it a lot, and yeah, I love it. Like I said, you can't really tell a lot of the pink once it's blended out. It just very much looks like a gold shade, but I'm sure if you used it like by itself, because I have a lot of like oranges and pinks blended all around it, I'm sure you can bring that pink back, you know. Next up we have Iraq L, which is a peachy matte shade. Then we have Con L, which is a teal matte shade. And lastly we have Mon L, which is like an orangey matte shade. And I did see something on Adept Cosmetics' Instagram, like wondering why in a Superman palette, why there wasn't like a stark blue or a stark red, you know, something that kind of like fits Superman's like uniform outfit costume. I'm going, it's like similes, but not all there. And I believe the owner said something like, we considered this, but it looked too like clown-y, and I can totally see that. And I think she put up like a mock picture that she put, like that she had like drawn up, and I can totally see how it looked a little bit like clown-ish to have just like a stark red and a stark blue instead of like the peach and the teal. And I feel like that's kind of like the double-edged sword of doing like collab palettes, where it's just like, where do you draw inspiration to where it's not too on the nose versus like where you definitely got inspiration from? Because I can look at this and definitely see like Superman related, and definitely having like the blue in the packaging I definitely like, and I like that the lettering like right here, it's orange. It looks almost red like from a distance, but it's orange, and I like that. I like that it isn't like too on the nose. I like that you definitely can tell that there is inspiration taken from Superman, but it isn't like, oh yeah, that's definitely like you know, the middle pan doesn't have to be like the diamond shape on his chest, you know, for me to get that this is Superman, you know? And I kind of like that. I wish kind of like more brands would do stuff like that, like in response to like, hey, why didn't you do something like this, in like response to why isn't this collab more on the nose, you know? Just like, oh, we considered it, but here's what we thought, you know? And like, criticism be damned, you know? Because I'm sure some people maybe saw the royal blue and the very bright red and were just like, no, we like that more, why didn't you do that? But hey, stick with what you got, because I totally saw the blue and the red and was like, clown, I understand why you didn't do that. Good on you for sticking to your guns and being like, no. But like, I don't know. Anyway, this is my first time filming in a bit. This video is going to be a little all over the place, and I'm very, very sorry, but thank you guys for sticking to it. If you want to see how I achieved this wonderful eye look using 6 of these 9 shades, I know, I can't believe it. Stick around, but if this is where I leave you, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Alright, so I'm just gonna start off by doing my makeup and talking way too much. So I'm gonna go in with Mon L, and I'm gonna start off by saying that I feel like, I wish that there was a mirror right here. I feel like that was kind of like a missed opportunity. So I will have my little handheld mirror. Oh, I need to clean my desk. That's what I'm doing after this. I'm cleaning my desk. But I'm taking some of Mon L in the crease. Now I'm going to be the most honest. I know nothing about Superman. I was a Marvel kid growing up. Obviously because of the movies. The first Iron Man movie was released when I was like 11. My family always rented the Marvel movies, I guess, from Redbox, and my stepdad collected X-Men comics. So I grew up knowing more about Marvel than DC. So I don't know who a lot of these people are. I know Kal-El is Superman. I think Cara is his cousin. Is Lara his mom? And then General Zod was really cool in Man of Steel. I know that I look a little crazy because I don't have any blush or lipstick on, but that's fine. So there is that. Very pigmented orange, very, very bright orange. Oh my goodness. I have been a little sad lately, if I'm gonna be honest. I've been a little bit of like a depressive episode. Just a lot of family stuff, honestly. Taking some of Iraq L, and I'm just working through it. Aren't we all? Aren't we all just working through stuff? Oh wow, that blended that like a dream. Because that had a harsh line like this, but that's working through it. Okay. I don't know, I work full time and I haven't been very passionate about my passions. And I never want to just put out videos. I never want to be like, ugh, I have to film. Ugh, I have to do this. I have to do that. I have a quota. I want to do something because I love doing it. I want to be with people because I love being with people. I don't want to be with people. I don't want to do things to like fill a void. I'm a very passionate person, so I want to. This eye has kind of gotten a little crazy. Speaking of passionate, I want to feel inspired to do things because I want to do them. I don't want, then that breeds like resentment, and I don't want to resent filming. I don't want to resent makeup. I've resented makeup before. I resented makeup working at Ulta. I resented putting makeup on my face. I don't want to have to do that. I've stopped wearing makeup at work because I hated waking up in the morning. And I'm trying to get back into wearing makeup at work, but you know, everything's a process and I'm just working through it. I'm putting a little bit more of that bright orange in my crease. Trying to bring it back. Oh, I'm gonna need to I'm gonna need to blend some nose contour into this. Oh my goodness. I'm actually gonna take a little bit more of this orange and stamp it into my inner corner, or outer corner, the exact opposite corner. I've also gotten back into drawing a little bit, which is fun. I've gotten back into drawing and writing and like other passions. I used to write short stories all the time. Do I want to get any of them published? No. No. But do I like writing stupid things with my dumb little characters? Yeah. Absolutely. Speaking of Cara Zorel, I'm going to take some of Cara Zorel on my brow bone. use that as my brow highlight. It is a like pink gold duochrome. It's very, very pretty. I also just have a lot of family stuff going on, and I know a lot of my family watch my videos, so I'm not gonna go too deep into it or insinuate that I'm taking a side, but I'm over it. I'm just over it. I'm over it. I've had family stuff going on my entire life. But that has also made me, you know, because my whole thing is I do my makeup and I talk way too much. Well, what's on my mind? And what do I want to talk about? That, and you don't want to hear that, and I don't want to hear that. So it's like, oh, well, I'm thinking about this. Can't film today, otherwise I'm going to talk about that today. Ugh. Looks like there's fire on my eyelids and I love it. Get my fluffy brush with no additional product just to help blend it together. I have been playing a lot of Apex Legends with my friends. I'm finally good. Not good, I'm finally passing. I'm finally getting almost at least kind of a kill per game. Huzzah! I became the kill leader of an eyelash. Learned about this superstition when I was in Florida. You take the eyelash, you make a wish, throw it over your left shoulder, and if it's still on your finger, it'll come true. And it's not on, or if it's still on your finger, it won't come true. It's not on my finger, so it will come true. Bam. Anyway, I became the kill leader for the first time, literally yesterday. So I was the kill leader. This is gonna get me demonetized. I'm not even monetized. This is gonna put me on a list. All right, I'm taking some glitter glue. Swiping that on my eyelids. Okay, next I will be taking Zorel. It is the stunning multi-chrome. Just putting it right on the middle of my eyelid. It is like a purple, red, green. It's so pretty. This is too pretty. What am I gonna do for the inner corner? Do I do pink? Do I do orange? I'm gonna try Cara Zorel. Yeah, going in with Cara, which is like the orangey one. Definitely the right choice. It has a little bit of like pink to it. I love this. Okay, I feel like I need to like dip into another palette to get like a brown on the outer corner or something. Maybe I could try the blue. That might be a bad idea though. I'm gonna try the blue. Oh, this is gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad, isn't it? Tell me to stop right now. Scream at your TV no right now. Say TV. Whatever you watch this from. Okay, going in with Connell. Just on the outer corner. Well, it added a little bit of darkness. All right, so here are both sides. I don't mind it. Okay, so I think I'm actually gonna take the blue underneath too. That might be a terrible idea. I will see. I'm just gonna finish this look up off camera and then I will be right back. I'm back and this is the final look and I actually don't mind the like mascara right there. I try to do the thing where like the mascara hits you and you wait a couple minutes and then whenever it dries off you just like scrape it off. And I scraped all of the foundation around my skin off except for the mascara, so it's just gonna stay there. But I actually don't mind the like blue underneath. I think the mascara really pulled everything together. And I used a fair amount of shades in this palette. I used 6 out of the 9 shades in this palette on my eyes. So I think that this is a very good first impression of this palette and I actually really, really like it. So let me know what you like to see down below. Let me know if you like this eye look. Let me know if you want to see me use this bad boy again. It's a little dirty right now, hence how you can see that I used it, I guess, showing how loved it is right now. But thank you everybody so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!